Well, I've had a very unlucky day so far, but we're not going to talk about all that. Just know that I recorded this as a live comm because you can see me talking in this webcam box. That's not actually me talking right now. This is a post comm I'm having to do because apparently my mic decided to not pick up in my recording software. I got gameplay audio, didn't get mic audio, so I'm having to record this post. But today I'm going to be breaking down my thoughts on the new settings in HCS, which I thought were pretty awesome. When I first read about them, if you guys don't know, they removed the ability to ground pound and Spartan Charge. Now, my immediate reaction was like, this is great because nobody likes getting ground pounded or Spartan Charged. But then upon thinking about it a little bit more, I thought, well, those are really cool movement mechanics and sometimes they can really help you. And I really like them. So, this could be awesome, but then also it could suck because it could really slow down the pace of the game. But come to find out, that was really their main goal. It's not that they were so worried about getting rid of the ability to kill people with a Spartan Charge or a ground pound as much as they really were trying to slow the pace of the game down a bit, because with these mechanics in mind, you can really get around the map pretty fast. You can still get around the map pretty fast, but even faster with these abilities. So 343 has removed these from the HCS settings, and they are now live in the HCS playlist, and I honestly really enjoy them. As I mentioned, my initial thoughts were that this was going to be a good thing, and the more that I've played it, I really do feel that way. It kind of reinforces my opinion on that matter. I'm really enjoying it, and I've only played a handful of games, but all of them seem to flow a little bit better. I think it does slow it down in a right way. I don't think it makes it too slow. It just does feel a little bit slower, and also, certain situations have to be played out a little differently with the lack of ground pound and Spartan Charge. Just like here on the map Truth, very often, if you're on the pink side of the map, the P side, there's the P addicts. Those fights get awkward sometimes when you're trying to push somebody there because people can ground pound you and they're just above you and it's a lot of verticality. Or trying to get from the bottom of one of the bases up to the top, people are up there watching you and just going to try to ground pound you if you come up. Those are no longer issues, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Now, this gameplay specifically, I don't really think has examples of those scenarios that I'm describing, but either way, I think that it is a good thing, as mentioned. And the lack of Spartan Charge for various reasons is a good thing. One of the other games I was playing a game on the rig, and I had somebody weak up in Tower 2, and I decided to run in from Bunker Street to just go kill him. And in my mind, I was like, I'll just go Spartan Charge him. But that was no longer an option, which was awesome. And I got killed because I just ran in there like an idiot. Because, of course, there's going to be an adjustment period where everybody has to get used to the fact that those mechanics aren't there. But I think that was a good thing because I don't really think I should have deserved that kill. I got him weak, and then, all I had to do was just sprint in there, essentially. I mean, you can't really miss a Spartan Charge, you know what I mean? So I definitely agree with that change. I think it opens up a lot more opportunities for people to outplay other people, hit better shots, just, outskill the other person. So I think that's a great idea, but I'm interested to know what you guys think. Have you played it? Do you think on paper it doesn't sound good? Again, they're not trying to reduce the kills, I don't think, so much. I think that is a factor, obviously, but I think from what I read, it's more an interest of slowing the game down. So I kind of came up with a solution in my head at one point that this isn't really relevant, that maybe if they made it to where the ground pound and Spartan Charge only did about 25% shield damage, so if a player was one shot, that you could kill them with it, but otherwise it really wouldn't hurt them very much. Thought that might be a good system, but again, that wouldn't slow it down. That would really make those things exclusively movement mechanics, but that is kind of something they were trying to stop. So, yeah, that was kind of a cool idea in my head, but again, that doesn't really matter anymore. But do you guys think that they should have done something differently? Do you like the changes? Do you hate them? I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts on it. Now, like I said, I was pretty excited about it when I first read, and after playing it, I really do think it's a good change, and hopefully it makes the Halo 5 competitive, the competitive side of Halo 5 a little more interesting as we wait for news on Halo 6 and breathe a little life back into it. So I'd like to see that. But another thing I wanted to quickly talk about, this has nothing to do with the settings, the HCS settings, but just for a lot of people that are interested, I have actually changed my sensitivity. For anybody that knows, for the longest time I used 2 Sense 5 XL, and then I switched over to 3 Sense 3 XL. And I'd been using 3 Sense 3 XL for like a year now, but I recently switched to 4 Sense 2 XL. That's what you can see in some of these shots here. My shot is a little bit whippy in some areas, and I might shoot a little bit high on people, shoot just above them. I'm still getting a little used to it, but overall I think I'm happy with it. I just recently felt like I wanted to bump up the speed of my sense. I found myself in a lot of scenarios where I was in close range and I felt like it was just a little bit too slow. Even though I think 3.3 is a perfectly adequate sense, I just feel like 4.2 is going to kind of suit me a little bit better. So I've been playing with that for a couple weeks now, but it's getting better. I'm seeing that I'm suffering a little bit on the side of my first shot I might overwhip it a little bit. Whereas, I mean, like if I see somebody, my first shot might miss because I'm not that used to it yet. But once I get on them, I'm pretty good about keeping it on them. So I'm just trying to get used to that. But if anybody's interested in the current sense I'm playing, it is 4 cents to excel. That's a very common sensitivity. A lot of people use it. So, you know, feel free to try that out if you're interested. But that's pretty much it. We ended up doing really well this game. I actually ended up playing pretty well. I would have just tried to re-record the whole thing, get another good gameplay, but I am in a bit of a time crunch today. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts again. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to let the rest of this gameplay play out. It's just going to be gameplay audio and me talking with no game. But if you guys want to see the conclusion of the game, I'm going to let that happen. So take it easy, guys. Much love. I'll catch you guys later.
Next kill win. Game over.